Hello, everyone. It's that time of year, the holiday season, and the team and I are taking a couple weeks off to spend time with family and friends. But don't worry, we wouldn't leave you with an empty podcast feed. This week, we're re airing a great episode with Jake Karls, co founder of a functional protein bar called Midday Squares. With an expanded market and bigger distribution than ever, we thought it was a great time to reintroduce everyone to Jake and the delicious work he is doing at Midday Squares. And with that, I wish you all a very happy holiday, and we'll see you in the new year with all new episodes.
Welcome to Essential Ingredients. I'm Justine Reichman, your host. Today with me and back at Essential Ingredients for our follow-up is Jake Karls, Rainmaker, co-founder of Midday Squares. Welcome back, Jake.
Oh, I love it. I always love coming back because that means something's going right, and it means there's something more interesting to talk about. So I always evaluate my podcasts on if I come back or not later, whether it's a year or 2 years later, or even months later. So I'm pumped.
Me too. And we follow you. We watch your posts. We watch the news. We keep an eye out on what's going on. And I'm so excited to hear if you could just share with us some of maybe the top 3 things that have happened since the last time we chatted.
Well, yeah, so we've had tremendous growth in the United States. So where you are, the brand is actually exploding there, from actually higher growth than in Canada, which is kind of cool. That's number one. Our team has grown tremendously in terms of individuals and skills. I think we're at 70. We're going to be at 70 by the first week of January, which is that's a big family for us. And I think humans make a difference in a business, and without them, we don't have that business. So that's that. And then third, I would say we're finally getting our groove in business. After 3 years of being in business, my 2 partners and I feel really good about what's to come and how big this can be and how much excitement we actually have. 2021 was a really rough year from just like structural, foundational stuff and just emotional drain of ups and downs. So this 2022 is a really exciting for us to actually come in bold, go hard as hell, and just go out and win and have fun with it.
Wow, that's exciting. And so what do you see for 2022 as Midday Squares expands? And for those that are tuning in for the first time and didn't hear your first interview, can you just give them a bite-sized insight as to what Midday Squares is?
Yeah. So Midday Squares is what we like to call the first functional chocolate bar. We're a modern day chocolate company, and every product we make is functional and it's an indulgent. So we use real chocolate, and we took a real chocolate bar and we took a protein bar. We made love with the two, but we got rid of all the junk that's in protein bars. So the artificial flavors, the additives, the preservatives, the chemicals, and most importantly, the chalky taste. And we wanted to just redefine the way that we eat chocolate bars. No longer do we think that you should just have those candy bars, but you can actually have something that's also indulgent, but that carries you right through the afternoon, gives you natural boost of energy. And I like to say we're having fun with it. Call us the modern day Willy Wonka, if you like.
I like that. I do like that. So for 2022, what can we expect to see for you guys?
Yeah, so 2022, you're going to see a lot more distribution in the United States. So we are focusing now on opening up more natural stores in the US. So focus on premium and natural stores first. Then in September 2022, we are opening up nationally across a massive retailer. I don't want to say the name yet, but it is a retailer that everyone goes to. And we also are reforming 2 of our products. So we're reforming the almond and the fudge to be even better than they currently are. So I'm super excited for when that launches in the first quarter of 2022. And we're about to go on a journey where we're scaling from that I would say startup to maturing company, in the sense where our team's building. We're hiring a lot of executives, a lot of people that have been there, done that type of thing, but with the magic that Midday Squares mindset has. So being authentic to who we are and staying true to our core values. And I think a lot of companies forget about that as they get bigger and bigger and bigger, and they just go through the bureaucracy ladder. For us, we're really focused on building a massive family here, making a difference. And the way we want to make a difference is spreading positivity and good vibes. And it sounds cheesy, but that's who we are. And we dance, we laugh, we go crazy, and we make people feel something.
I love that. And I think it talks a lot to the core and the values that you have as an individual, but also the company has. So I got to ask, I've watched a lot of the videos that have come out, and I've read a lot of the press, and you guys have made a lot of really interesting choices to stay private you've been approached by different people and you've made choices not to take money. And can you talk to me a little bit about that? That must
Yeah.
have been a hard decision, or was it really easy?
For sure. So for us, we got approached in late 2021, mid 2021 to be acquired by a large chocolate conglomerate that, we all know, a big American chocolate conglomerate. And we actually rejected it. Our goal, the three of us, our goal is not to sell the company. We feel like we could build this to be a modern day chocolate conglomerate, just a new way of doing it and building that impactful in size. And then a couple months later, we actually got cease and desist and letters legal from this team after rejecting them for our packaging. They claimed we were infringing on the color, that they own the color orange. And they had some other stuff, 32 pages of evidence of consumers saying our product's a healthier version of their product, which is actually it is actually, but it's not the same type of product. And then we had to rebrand our entire packaging. And it was a crazy journey. You can watch the video on Instagram or LinkedIn, but we repackaged our product in 3 weeks, which is quite crazy to actually do. And then, for us, we did have to raise we did have to do a financial raise recently, but that's just for growth equity. That's not to, sell the company. And for us, our goal is potentially to IPO one day. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but yeah, we want to take it potentially public one day because we want to really engage our community. We want to allow our customers, our fans to be part of this from an ownership level. And there's no better way to do it. And I think that that's something that, we're trying to gun for and we're trying to really get to. But there's a lot of noise out there in the food space, a lot of acquisitions, a lot of mergers, a lot of financing, a lot of capital injections. And we just block it out. We literally just block everything out.
Good for you, because it really allows you to stay true to who you are. Are you currently looking to raise money?
So we just signed a term sheet last week. So we're in due diligence right now. Super great fund, super great humans behind it. They are based in the US. They're super amazing. They believe in manufacturing. They believe in building this to be the next Hershey's. And for us, that's what we couldn't have asked for a better partner in that sense. And I think a lot of the time in the venture world, you find people that want a quick buck or partners that want to get in and out. And you then change the way that you start focusing on your model and your business. For us, we've made it very clear to any partner that joins us is our mission and we're staying put to it. We're staying true. It doesn't mean we're not going to optimize and make things efficient and all this stuff, but the magic comes from the three of us, my partners and I. We want to build a company a certain way. And we really believe you could do it by being unapologetically yourself every single day and not following the mold. I don't believe in conformity. Whenever we're on the side of the majority, Justine, I think that we always stop and reflect because we don't want to be on the side. We actually go the opposite side because those outlier decisions will allow us to have an outlier outcome.
I think that's great advice for other founders listening and other people building businesses, because it's really a unique and new way of looking at building a business in today's world. I think for so long, people were trying to hold everything very close to the vest and not about transparency, but about keeping their ideas very, very close to themselves because somebody else would redo it. And in today's world, we're really all about being transparent and open and sharing and working together. So I love what you're doing. I love what you're building. I'm excited to continue to watch what you do and be a platform for you to share more as you grow.
Well, we appreciate you even letting us share. I think you nailed it. I think transparency and authenticity is the new currency. So if you don't figure that out, you won't be able to get the purchases because consumers today want to understand what the brand's about. They want to understand the humans. They want to see the humans behind the brand. They want to know more. They don't just want to care about the product in itself, even though I think it's super important that you have a great tasting product, and that's number one. But number two is really create an emotional connection with your consumers. Make them fans. Make them want to cheer you on, root for you to win. Because when you do that, that's when you build real brand equity that's it's priceless. Because these big brands, these big bureaucracy companies, they can't do it. They can't figure out how to be authentic and transparent because the ladder doesn't allow them to do it. The bureaucracy is very hard. The red tape has judgment, right? And I think that for us, I swear on camera, I swear on television, it's not out of negativity. It's just passion that's coming out of my mouth. And I'm not scared of it because it's who I am, right? And I think more businesses need to start being themselves. And even if it doesn't work out because of that, If that's why I failed is because of being me, I'd be proud, to be honest, because at the end of the day, then it wasn't for me to continue doing it, right? And I think more businesses and individuals need to start doing that. And I'm starting to see on LinkedIn, Justine, and Instagram, a lot more people trying to be authentic, and it's actually refreshing. It really is. It's like a breath of fresh air, because everyone was just originally, like you said before, a facade. It was always like perfection or facade or this or that. And it was like, we needed to change that. And I'm no like revolutionary person, but like information evolves and humans evolve and the world evolves. So brands need to evolve as well. And I'm excited to see the next 5-10 years of how brands in the food and beverage space specifically change their ways, or they don't change their ways. I'm curious.
I couldn't agree more. And I do think that, I mean, even I remember 10 years ago and 15 years ago, where everybody was really trying to tell half of the story. And you create sort of a facade that doesn't really breed trust and authenticity, because you don't feel like you feel like you're always missing something. And when you're missing something, you don't feel like you have the whole truth. And when you don't have the whole truth, you don't create trust. So it's a cycle, right? It's a cycle. And so by being honest and showing transparency or being transparent, there's a lot more that we trust.
We relate to, and relatability creates trust.
Exactly. And so by doing that, you create rapport, you create a relationship, and you can have a relationship to the company, to the person, to the product, and you believe. And so, and also it allows us, by understanding that, to be able to really understand what it is what the product is and what it isn't. And so I think that's revolutionizing what we're building as a food system as well, because people for the first time in a long time are actually starting to understand a little bit more about the food system, what they're building, how it's impacting themselves, their health, the environment, and what we're building for our children, the future. And so I think it allows us to really have an open conversation about that. So I think it's a new, I hate to use the word paradigm, but it's a new paradigm that we're entering. And I think that the way that you're doing it is just really open and accessible for so many. And I hope that many people will follow suit.
Trust is the key word. You lose the trust of the consumer, it's not coming back.
So by opening the door and being accessible and being transparent, you're creating trust.
Exactly. And I think that's the answer. And any brand that's listening, or any individual, just be authentic and be yourself, because people like that. Someone will love it.
Yeah. And you can't do the right thing for the wrong person or the wrong thing for the right person.
I like that.
Jake, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us, for giving us the update. And how can everybody get a hold of your product? What's the best place?
So you can go to our website, middaysquares.com. And if you want to find the store locators, you can check the store locator page to find a store. It's always located in the fridge of the store, which is important. And if you want to buy on Amazon or our website, we do D2C as well, right to your door. But either way, we're happy for you to even just check us out and join our community. Join our roller coaster ride of our story. We like that.
Awesome. And thanks again, Jake. I hope you'll join us again. Keep us posted on what's new at Midday Squares, and follow your journey and follow our journey. And we'll follow your journey each week.
I love your support, and I appreciate you even taking the chance to allow me to speak. So it means a lot.
Likewise. Thank you so much for joining us. And I want to thank our listeners and everyone for tuning in today to catch up here with Jake to see what's happening at Midday Squares. Thank you.